This is the Dragon Drop Podcast.
It's just
another day, another podcast. Maybe it's episode 20 of the Dragon Drop Podcast. And we're back. Last week, something happened again. I don't know what happened. But we're here again.
Wasn't me.
And it's like we never left, though. You know, realistically, we were here. We were ready.
20 episodes in, man. That's almost an entire season of a show on the CW.
That's a checkpoint. We hit a checkpoint.
Checkpoint, yes.
And how do people have 20 hours worth of chats to have over the internet?
Dude,
We're just chatting?
Okay, Joe Rogan talked to one guy for like 7 hours, man. About nothing.
He'll have a guest on, and then they'll say about 5 words, and then he will go on a solo podcast for like 15 minutes, and they'll just sit there and yep. It's like we haven't heard Joe Rogan talk for literally 5,000 hours. Let the guest talk.
I feel like he does just he doesn't care about his guest. Like he'll just go off on whatever.
He thinks he knows it all, and then they'll say something, and then he'll go off on another, Joe Rogan rant. And
Joe Rogan, at the same time, acts like he knows nothing, but also acts like he knows everything. Until Jamie tells him he's wrong, and he just starts getting mad at Jamie.
He's trying to be informed on a wide variety of topics. You got to give the guy credit, you know?
Dude,
you can act like a know-it-all, but...
Would you rather know 30% of everything or like 100% of like 10% of things, man? I don't know.
I'm a huge skeptic, so it's like I feel like I'll never know anything, and I'm an idiot, and that's cool.
You're like such
but why is Joe Rogan...
What?
Why is he like failing out? You guys were like, oh, he's...
he put a new...
done.
He put a new Netflix comedy stand-up special out, and it's like jokes for people with true brain rot.
Oh yeah, we talked about that one time. I didn't watch it,
but yeah, he's still going off about COVID or whatever. So
I still tune into Rogan. I've been tuning into Rogan for probably since like 2014, 15. It's been a long time, and a lot of them I can't listen to just because the people are boring. It's like comedians that they just talk about, the craft of comedy and how, going on the road, you got to put in your, there's only 1,000 comedians in the world, real comedians, and they just circle jerk about how they are in the 1,000, the top 1,000.
Joey Diaz talking about weed.
I kind of only ever watched the ones where he interviewed comedians.
Oh, really?
I stopped watching as soon as he went over to Spotify, though. It's like
I watched one episode, and then I watched two. I watched Terrence Howard. Or listened to it.
Ooh.
So
did you watch
I
the Brett
educated.
Weinstein?
Yeah, did you watch the follow-up?
Yeah, versus Terrence Howard?
No, yeah, you guys mentioned that. I should check that one out.
They correct everything Terrence Howard says, and it's like
1 + 1
Weinstein is trying to be nice to him. And it's
what is it?
It's really embarrassing.
1 times 2 times 0 is 0 or something. What does Terrence Howard say?
He kept saying 1 times 1 was... He kept saying 1 times 1 is 2, which is absolutely wrong. That's like a second grader would know that. But
yeah, it's like you take a mom and a dad, they multiply, and there's maybe 2, but most times it's 1. Or 0. Rip.
Oh, rip, dude.
Yeah, I remember we were looking it up, and that the zygote, right? Is that the fertilized egg or the pre-fertilized egg? The zygote? I think it might be just fertilized, but that the egg of a woman in the womb or in the ovaries or whatever, it's 1 cell. Embryo? Oh, that's when it's fertilized. And then a sperm's 1 cell. So it's 1 cell and 1 cell.
Yep. You guys ever hear creepy old dudes talk about women having eggs in them and she doesn't have that many eggs left? I feel like that's the creepiest shit an older guy can say about a younger woman. Like I saw someone saying it about Taylor Swift.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, she's low on eggs. Like what the fuck?
She's got old eggs, and then they're gonna have retarded babies.
Oh.
If those, when you have your ovulation, do the eggs come out like of the with the blood? Is there like
blood
a shell?
You
know how when you crack an egg,
let's not talk about women's menstrual cycles.
When you crack an egg into a pan, is there a shell?
Is there a shell? Like when you hear egg, you think only of chicken eggs.
Well, I've seen a snake egg, and they have like a soft shell.
Snake eggs. Turtle egg.
Like a frog egg. No hard shell. It's like I'd say it's closer to that. Think of tadpoles.
Why don't we eat tadpoles? Like we're always out there eating not escargot, caviar. Why aren't we
Ooh.
eating tadpoles?
Who's out there eating caviar?
Oh, you see it. It's the rich people. It's $100 for a jar.
Yeah,
and
salmon
it tastes like
roe.
shit.
I refuse to eat any food that's straight up black.
Salmon eggs are
it's-
like red or pink.
Yeah, that's fine. Salmon roe on top of sushi, no problem. But like caviar that's made out of like a shitty sturgeon or whatever, it's straight black. That's gross looking.
Just like salt water.
Have you had it? I'm not eating that.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
It's
you ever
like
had-
nothing.
have you ever
It's
had
just so
escargot?
overrated. No.
You know what's
Tastes
good?
I can imagine it's not very good.
It tastes like butter garlic because that's how they cook it, and it's just like a little fleshy little hunk. I've had it twice
It's like an oyster or
and small.
mussel.
It can't be.
Yeah, it's
worth
kind of
it.
like a mussel.
Can't be worth it. I don't eat crawfish either. You guys ever eat crawfish? Like a
Yeah.
crawfish boil?
We
Yeah,
did
we did.
once. We did. We went to this bar. Dan, we were in New Orleans, and we were trying to find a crawfish boil, and I
Yeah.
suck at finding them. And Dan found the spot, and they had literally a cooler in the bar where they brought in fresh crawfish, and then they boil it up right there. And we sat at the bar drinking Bud Lights, and we got our little there was potatoes and there's an andouille sausage and crawfish. And this guy was showing us how you pull it apart and then you suck the head, and there's like brain goo. It's like fat. It's like yellowy fat stuff, and you suck the
Yeah,
head.
it looks nasty as fuck.
And it kind of the head
No.
tastes like shit, kind of, but the meat's good.
It's just,
Yeah, it's like
too
if
much.
it's seasoning, but it's gross. Yeah,
I'd rather just have a shrimp. You know, like
like the same thing.
Yeah, but like not
Less meat. so-
less shell. 'Cause I eat everything on the shrimp except for the tail. Okay, including the shell. If it's cooked right, I'll eat the whole shell. I'll eat the head. I don't care.
I'll eat the tail. I don't give a shit. But the little triangular point, that'll make you get fucked up maybe if you swallow it without chewing it.
You know,
What about the poop
what-
vein, Bede? Are you eating the poop vein if it's not deveined?
if it's like well cooked, I don't give a shit about the poop vein. If it's like if I'm eating like the ones that are like kind of just like cocktail style, you know, like that are pretty much unseasoned, I would have the vein removed. Yes, but if you're
There's
eating
two
like
veins,
if you eat like a fried one,
ventral
that's-
and dorsal.
if it still has its head on there, I don't give a shit if there's a vein. Okay. Like,
Is that
it's-
an Asian thing?
Is it a white thing to not like eat food that's not perfectly cleaned? Like,
I think it's an Asian thing because white kids,
Asian.
they grow up eating chicken nuggets. Asian kids, if they're true Asians and not white cultured, they eat
True.
chicken feet.
that is ridiculous to say. Who's out here eating chicken feet? Like at every
Not white people, Asians.
dude, at every family like party event, my mom always gets shrimp. So it's always been
Two
shrimp.
too.
America exports almost, I think it's like over 99% of the chicken feet to
we
China.
talked about this 2 weeks ago.
I'm just validating my point that chicken feet's an Asian thing.
I
And,
agree with you, dude. I have had chicken feet, yes, but it's like you're eating like straight cartilage skin. It's not that great.
It's good for you though.
My brother-in-law, he eats, he's Mexican American, but born in Juarez. I was born in El Paso, right across the border, and he was telling me about eating ham hocks that you can get it like they order soup and they say with or without the pig foot, and he's like, if you get it boiled, it's like he's like you would think it was nasty because it's like gelatin foot and you like gnaw on the hoof. You're like getting off the hoof and
dude, I'm actually a huge fan. Like, you know, like pork belly with ribs in it. You know, when it still has the bone.
never had it.
Yeah, I
Just
like
pork,
I
just
like
pork belly.
yeah, pork belly with the rib bones in there still.
It sounds nice.
I like to eat the bone. Like it's basically cartilage. You see my brother eat a chicken wing, dude. He will eat the entire chicken wing, including the bone.
He eats the whole bone?
He loves that bone marrow.
No.
How does he cook it? Does he like boil the bone?
You think
or-
he's cooking food? You think?
Raw chicken wing?
No.
no,
I mean, like someone else cooked it for him. He's not
Oh.
cooking the chicken, man.
Yeah, but if
he
it's like
eats-
in the oven, it's gonna be hard as shit, dude. That's crazy. Your teeth are, whoa.
He's
Right.
eating the bone.
You guys are weak if you can't get through chicken bone.
No.
I've never tried.
I've never heard this before. He's eating the chicken bone off a chicken wing.
The flats, yeah, like the flats, he'll eat like into the joints. Absolutely, it's not that weird, man. People eat much more than we do. We waste a lot of food in the U.S. Okay, especially
I
those
agree.
chicken feet. Like I remember when I was a kid, my sister ate chicken brains. I've seen people eat chicken balls, dude. My aunt Mo would eat those almost alive duck eggs. Like so,
what's that
beak,
called?
their beak is like cartilage.
Yeah, that's really weird.
It's like a 1,000-year egg, but not.
You like suck it.
What is it actually?
You like
called?
suck the juice, and then you eat the little baby duck.
Yeah, it's
It's got a name. Oh, balut.
Balut. Okay,
Never
yeah.
heard of that.
Yeah,
So
if you go to a true Asian place, they just have giant eggs on the top of the
Balut.
shelves, dude, and they have those almost alive ducks in there.
I think a lot of these foods that I didn't grow up with because I grew up in rural white America. I think it's exciting. I like hearing about it, or like the Mexican foods, or just these things that is like seems so weird. It's exciting.
I just had a burrito pizza. Did you ever have one of those?
I've had it's birria. Sorry, B.
Whatever, dude. But
What the hell's that?
it's birria pizza. It's not a pizza
It's a
at all,
taco.
really.
It's supposed to be a
It's
taco.
got like
Yeah.
shredded beef in it.
It's like a
Yeah.
French dip,
Yes.
but it's a taco, and it's called consomme. You dip it in this sauce called consomme. It's got anise, so like black licorice flavor
Yeah, star.
in the sauce,
Here you go. This is it right here, dude.
and it's like shredded beef.
Yeah,
and,
they like
and
melt the cheese on the outside and fry it on the outside. Yeah,
Quite good.
It's insane.
It's just a quesadilla. What's a
Yeah,
why
yeah,
do you call
it really
pizza?
is. It really is a quesadilla. It's just a quesadilla.
Making new foods.
It's good though. You
same
you
food.
dip it and stuff, and it's pretty good. Okay. Speaking of food, what do you guys think of ice cream sandwiches?
I would rather have regular ice cream sandwich. That's okay.
I have a
They're
soft
too small.
spot.
You don't
In
like
my
ice cream
heart.
sandwiches? What about ice cream cookies? It's like I used to get them all the time at the shit with the elephants, the Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Ooh, you're going to the circus all the time when you were a kid?
As a kid, a couple times, sometimes they have like the motocross shit, which is not as cool as seeing, an animal get abused, but
And you would actually get a treat when you would go to the circus. I feel like I would never get a treat when
Like
we would go anywhere.
like that or like a that or
Been
like
a
a like a baseball game or something,
Um,
Most of the baseball games we went to when I was a kid, we went to for free because my dad worked at the auto owners insurance.
the lug nuts.
So that because of that, we had the budget to get a couple things like a turkey leg or whatever.
My favorite part of the lug nuts was they had the hot dog gun, and you could get a hot dog like, and you're in the stands and poosh, the hot dog cannon. They also shot T-shirts, but I'd much rather catch a hot dog.
I got when I was like 5 or 6. I don't know if I talked about this. When I was like 5 or 6, I got my baseball glove signed, not by a player, but by Robbie, the Granger guy, the trash guy.
Granger.
Wait, the trash man like picking up your trash?
Like Granger's like a sponsor of like the baseball field, so they like
They were
send
there?
they'd send like a mascot guy. His name was Robbie, and he like
Was he
just-
wearing a trash can suit?
No, he was just like a fat guy wearing like a jumpsuit. Like he's about to take care of the trash. He's like a trash man, okay? And he'd like
He
come up.
signed your glove?
Yes, man. Way bigger deal to get an autograph from him than Big Lug or Ratchet.
That's awesome. The trash man.
Those are the two mascots, Dan. I don't know if you know the Lug Nuts, but
Yeah,
they're
when
all-
you're younger, you have like they're like your heroes, they're like the celebrities of the time. But then when you grow up,
Yes.
you're like, why was I so hype about that?
I'm
shit?
still
That's
hype about
crazy."
that guy. Robbie the
That's
Trash
sweet.
Man. Dude.
So trash, it's not really a utility, right? It's a private business that we could go in, start our own trash company, undercut Granger, and we just need like a plot of land, or contract with Granger. Can't we cut in on Granger's monopoly?
Granger doesn't have maybe if it was mid-Michigan, because I don't have Granger at all out here. We have Republic. We
Do
have.
they own the fills, or like where did you dispense?
Right, they own the fills.
Do they, or they just dump in the public city?
I don't know.
No
I
idea.
heard Canada ships a lot of trash to Michigan, and a lot of places ship trash to Michigan.
Why to
That's
Michigan?
sweet.
I'm not sure. We just accept a lot of trash.
We got a few
Because we've
super
mined
fun
a lot,
sites.
and we got the sites to make trash mounds out of the old mining spots.
I think it's crazy we have any super fun sites in Michigan. Knowing how much like important groundwater and shit we have here, why would we put chemicals in Michigan groundwater?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Super fun sites? What?
A super
Yeah,
fun site
I
is
was lost.
a super fun site is a site that's dedicated to like disposing chemical waste.
Oh,
That's what a super
very
fun
deceiving
site.
name.
Yeah, but there's like one near like South Haven. Like that's too close to Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
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 Like keep that shit.
Yeah, but
keep that shit in Idaho
Right.
or Nebraska.
Utah.
You got to treat
Nebraska.
the water and recycle shit. And, yeah.
Honestly, northern Canada. Put it in the Siberia of Canada. The Inuits, they're dispersed.
You know, Canada's a different country, and we can't just dump trash.
they ship
Well,
shit over here.
Right. What you got to do is you just put it in planes and just airdrop it when they're not looking. Honestly, it'd probably work. Right.
It's like they found out the study was like fluoride decreases IQ. So all the conspiracy people were right the whole time.
Dude, I don't give a shit if fluoride decreases my IQ. I've been drinking fluoride my whole life, and it has prevented a lot of cavities. And I feel like there's a good trade-off there. You know, you might
I went
lose
to the
an
dentist
IQ
today.
point. Me too, dude. What the
No
fuck?
shit.
Yeah, this 10 a.m.
You don't have to brush for a week
3:30.
now.
Yeah, 2:30, dude. That's time to go to the dentist when you're 2:30.
3:30.
Damn, dude. 2:30 is
Oh,
the
yes.
joke.
Well, it was 2:30 Wisconsin time.
Okay, like that matters. Like what the fuck? It's 2:30 Central.
Well, I work in Central Time.
Oh yeah, dude. They charged
it's
me a
kind of-
$14.40 copay today, and I was pretty mad about it.
They
Like,
bill your
Just don't
insurance
even
that
use
quick?
don't even use insurance, dude. It's just a scam. It fucks over the dentist office. You don't even save money, dude.
I would agree with you, but when I got my wisdom teeth removed, I only paid like $280 for it, and it would have been like over $1,000. When I got my root canal done, it was like $300. It would have been over $1,000. So like for me, the insurance being $6 per paycheck has been worth it. So.
Dude, when I had my wisdom teeth out, I did 2 on top, and then I went back and got 2 on bottom. And I remember my first 2, it was just a local. I didn't have any laughing gas, or I wasn't sedated. Completely sober, just local, like numbing. And I was listening to Bob Marley, "Don't Worry, Be Happy," as he's like, yes, dude, like,
pulling at you and grinding.
and he's like, "These are really stuck in there," and I'm just like, "Don't worry."
Dude, my experience is I got 3 removed, right? I still have my top right one. They never removed it. It was too far in there. So I have the top left and bottom 2 wisdom teeth removed. And I just remember the tink, tink, tink as he's like trying to shatter my tooth. Oh,
Yeah, and they like
God.
slice your gum open. They're like,
Yes.
get in there
Yeah.
with the scalpel and slice it open. And it was something.
Traumatic.
You get
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
you get any good opiates? Opiates for
Oh, actually, it was legit, dude. I'm such a degenerate. I know it's episode 20, so we can give some dirt here. So I got my top 2 out, and I got the gauze, and he's like, you got to bite down on it for a few hours, and so I'm biting down on it, and I go and pick up the Vicodin from Rite Aid. I'm like, Vicodin, you know, picking up the pills, and then I get home, and of course you're not supposed to smoke because you can get dry socket by sucking out the blood clot.
Yep.
I get home, I hit a bowl right away.
Oh, I didn't smoke. I got Norco. I didn't get Vicodin. But like I remember going to the Meijer parking lot, like to go to the Meijer to get the Norco, and I just started bleeding out of my face because like I couldn't feel my mouth.
Oh yeah,
Just starts dripping blood out of my mouth. It was
Oh, what's that?
it was bad,
Oh,
man. This is almost 10 years ago now. When I was 25.
I think back fondly about coming home and hitting the bowl and Vicodin and playing video games with gauze in my mouth and just like not having to, because you know you don't really get work off unless you're really sick, and that's like an actual sick day you got. So like I had a good time with my real sick day in America. You know, I need to take mental health days, but I just feel guilty.
That's America, dude. That's hey, dude. There's one side.
Slave.
There's one side of the political aisle that believes in taking days off, and there's one that doesn't. Okay. And
It's
that's
been a hard month.
That's self-imposed.
August, there's
That's-
no time off.
That is
No
self-imposed,
holidays.
Bill.
It is. It is. I have no words other than I'm going to be taking a mental health day. Maybe in 2025, we'll see.
Just a single.
You know,
Tomorrow.
Take a random Tuesday off in February. It's like-
honestly, true.
Oh man.
Dude, I had all 4 taken out at the same time, and they did the same thing, all local. And they're like, "You feel this?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Dang, we gotta shoot you up a little bit more," and they just start. And then they're like, "Can you still feel it?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, They're like, "Can you
Yep.
still feel it?" I'm like, "Yep." And they're
Oh
like,
my god, dude.
At this point, we can't give you anymore. And I'm like, "Just go for it." So the whole time, I'm just sitting there, just in pain, feeling them, hearing them crunch, and slicing.
Crunch, dude.
It was terrible. And then they gave me the Vicodin, and at that point, I was like so mad because of the pain that I was like, "Just give me that shit." And I took it, and that was the worst shit ever. I could not stand Vicodin, so I took one dose, and after that, no more pain meds. The Vicodin. And I had work the next day, so I was just chipmunk. Yeah, I was just chipmunk back at the house. Chipmunk, just I'm like fucked up.
Euros.
I'm pissed off. I'm so pissed off. I can't even like talk, and it was rough.
I think I did mine on like a Friday, so I had like Saturday, Sunday off. But I just watched Lord of the Rings, the entire thing, as soon as I got home, with just a Norco every couple hours and Lord of the Rings. But
Yep.
you guys, when you got your wisdom teeth out, you don't always get gas, because like every time I've ever gotten a filling or anything, I've got gas.
I've never had gas.
I would
I've
never
had one filling.
I would never let a dentist operate on me without gas. Okay. Like even with
Yeah.
like they did the local and the gas, and like by the end of the like surgery or whatever, I started feeling it,
Was it nitrous oxide like the
Yes.
shit?
Yeah, it's great.
I've done that
All the rappers
recreationally.
are doing now.
I've never done it recreationally, but I have every since I was like 5, man. I've got the gas at the dentist.
Dude, how is that shit catching on now? That shit's been out for like over 10 years at all the smoke shops.
Nope.
And now people are
Yeah.
catching on to that? Like, what the
People just
fuck,
started
man?
listening to Fish, dude.
It's like weed's legal. That's bullshit. No, let's get the fucking.
The first time I did nitrous, it was in Arvada, Colorado when I was 18, and I was meeting back up with friends that I had when I was a kid, and they were like all skaters, and I didn't really know them, and I was trying to make friends again out in Colorado when I went out there, and you get the nitrous, they're like the little cartridges at the sex shop, and like the guy at the sex shop was probably in his like maybe late 40s, and he's like, "Yeah, you get a blowjob and you hit one of these and you just push your head down." And we're like, "What the fuck? You're creepy as hell." And then we left there and went to a parking lot and then hit the little balloon, because you do a balloon and you hit the balloon and you're just like for like 45 seconds and you're just actually getting retarded.
Does nitrous fuck with your voice at all, like helium, or no?
Yeah, but it goes
Yeah.
low.
Oh,
Your voice goes low.
bass.
Demon mode.
Bass. Okay.
It's not it. I
It's
probably did
cool.
like 8 times. And I did salvia out there. That's also not cool.
I've only heard of bad things about that.
Yeah,
You're going to a
would
prison when you're on salvia.
not recommend.
Okay, so I'm looking at these little topics we have here. These are all terrible topics, guys.
What do we got?
Whoa.
I mean, I see the one that I want to talk about.
Go
It just
for
keeps-
it, dude.
It keeps popping in my head. I mean, I put out like a bunch of these here.
Yeah.
The one I see first is how weird are tampons? I know we talked about menstruation.
We're going back
earlier.
to women's menstruation. Here we go.
We know
Hey,
all about it.
It honestly, menstruation is a silent, like, it's silent suffering.
We both grew up with
we
older
never
sisters.
acknowledge.
Listen, we both grew up with older sisters. Did your sister leave her bloody tampons in the trash in the bathroom?
It maybe would be a toilet paper wrap, but you don't look at
See,
it.
that's courtesy.
Smell it.
That's
though.
courtesy when you wrap
We
it in
don't
the
smell
toilet
it.
paper. My sister, I don't remember her doing that. And
just straight up bloody tampon.
I would say, hey, Courtney, you left another dead nephew in the toilet.
in the toilet.
Not the toilet, the trash. Or yeah, next to the toilet, but yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
they're
On the
weird.
counter.
I definitely, when I was a kid, I popped one open, and it's got like this little it's like a
Injector.
It's like a syringe, and you pop it in the water to see what it does, and that puppy quadruples in size, and dude, we need to get in the tampon biz because it's something that they have to have.
Dude, they also work as bandages. Okay, I think I don't know if it was me or my brother, but like one of us hurt our heel, like cut our heel open, and we like taped a tampon around the back.
There we go. That's
man.
thinking.
Very nice. Yeah.
It's probably sterile too, right? You can't have like dirty cotton
Speaking
inside
of
your
sterile,
body.
did you guys ever have an Asian grandma that have you pee into a cup, and she dip Q-tips into that pee and put that pee Q-tip on your cut as a form of sterilization?
Can't say I have.
It works,
know
man.
when
There's
you-
ammonia in pee.
When you get stung by a jellyfish, you're supposed to pee on it, right?
Exactly. That's what we were doing, man. Except not peeing on it directly.
I feel like there's not very much ammonium in pee. Like the concentration's so low.
Oh, we're looking this up, dude. Oh.
Rubbing alcohol would have been better than just like, all right, get your penis out.
Fill her up, please.
Just gets a coffee cup from the cupboard.
Dan, how much is 30 to 40 millimoles? I don't know what this means, man. This measurement. I don't really remember what
it is
moles
either.
are. That's like a chemistry shit.
I mean, it's always going to depend on the dilution, so I don't know. I can't read all that, so I don't know, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, expand. But even then, I'm not good at chemistry and shit.
All right.
You know, oh, I got a good one. So you know how they test all the cosmetics on animals?
Some companies, yeah. they do it on
How about
pigs.
we test cosmetics on dumb bitches that want to use the cosmetics?
So you
We
have to-
already
you-
do.
Oh, you. See,
Oh, do we?
You have to pay
Yeah.
these people. You don't have to pay the pigs. Okay.
But you have to feed them. It's kind of the same, right? You pay for the feed to feed the pigs and house the pigs.
Yeah, that's
You
the
get a
same
dumb
as
bitch that
paying a
comes in
living
here, tell her
wage.
this is Kylie Jenner's new mascara, and then coat that bitch and send her on her way with $25.
I don't know.
I don't
if you-
know like fully on the regulations, but I doubt that all the cosmetic care, they all need to be regulated and to be like produced and sold. So that's crazy to think about. But
have we acknowledged that Bill is currently dressed as a peasant?
no,
Dude, look how big my sleeves are.
it's just another day for him. I don't know. Yeah, what's the big deal?
You go to the Ren Fair this weekend or something?
No, I just saw this in my closet and I was like, it's probably about time.
Got a
We,
Halloween outfit. Belix got his Halloween fish pillow back there.
Oh, it's not the pillow. It's the orange blanket. There's dogs.
I thought it was the orange fish pillow.
There's dogs.
Oh, I guess
on
it is dogs with witch hats, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's the Halloween blanket.
There's also
Wizard, not
there's
a
mummy
witch.
dog.
Wizard, not a witch.
What's the difference, dude? Is Hermione a wizard or not?
No.
No.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I had a crush on Hermione.
I thought it was Hermione when I read the book because I had never
Me
heard
too!
Hermione.
Hermione.
We did too.
You know anybody named Hermione, Dan?
It's like when people say Logitech instead of Logitech.
Who says Logitech, man?
Yeah, I heard that the other day and thought it was sweet.
That's illogical to pronounce it that way.
Yeah, I was asking my buddy. I was like, "Say it again." In front of like when we were in front of other people, I'm like, "Say it again." He's like, "Say what?" He's getting pissed off. I was like, "Say that mouse brand name that you have. You just got that new mouse." Logitech. I'm like, "Yeah, there it is."
Logitech, man. What the fuck? Oh god. So today is the official launch of the new World of Warcraft expansion. I thought it was coming out tomorrow. I would have taken today off work to play it, but
The War Within.
yes.
So
And-
what's the deal with this shit?
See,
New
I don't.
classes,
the thing is, like, I don't even
new-
care what the deal is. Like, I know that
New race.
to me, all that matters is that the original lore guy that created, StarCraft, Diablo, and Warcraft lore, Chris Metzen, he's back, right? And since he's back, the game's good again. They announced 3 expansions rather than just one, so you know the storyline's going to actually continue.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, this is one of 3?
yes, this is the first of 3.
Wow.
So I hope that it ends somehow with fighting Arthas again. Okay, that's what I hope.
Do you have to
It'll
level a
never
new
end.
character?
Oh,
No.
they always add 10 more levels.
Oh, okay. So you take your
What's-
best character and go.
You take any character and go, dude. You can free boost a character up if you want to, I think.
What's the new shit though that they're adding? Is it just like abilities?
They added another race. It's basically Earthen Dwarf, which is kind of like a stone dwarf.
So they had the forge
They
dwarves, and now there's Earth dwarves too.
I play as
Sweet.
Dark Iron Dwarf. It's the best race, dude.
Yeah, Dark Iron.
But the biggest change is they redid like all talents. They kind of redid every class, and they finally added like a hero class. So like as a paladin, you spec holy, protection, and retribution. But if you're holy, you can focus like your spec into like lightsmith or whatever now.
Fancy.
So like instead of being like a warrior, you could spec into being like a blade master or something, So
They still have it so like mages can heal and shit now.
I think they reduced a lot of that, but
Yeah.
the numbers seem kind of crazy though. I see people healing.
Mages shouldn't be able to heal.
I mean,
I don't know WoW, but just in general, they're usually the most damage and high damage output characters should not be able to do significant heals.
I think it's just so that people could play solo. But it's like a terrible game design though. Like it makes healers so much less meaningful if everyone can self heal all the time. Like rogues.
I think the issue is like people were just dual spec, so they'd have like their DPS class that could also heal, and then they would just roll on the DPS stuff. But I think they try to limit that what they could obtain. But still, it's like people would fuck over each other all the time because of the dual spec shit.
I get people want to be able to play solo though, but at the same time, you shouldn't be able to heal yourself all the way to full as a non-healing class at all.
Because there's potions, right? You can carry health potions.
You've never been able to use potions in arenas, but you can use potions in battlegrounds and dungeons and stuff. Some people do that, but fuck that, man. That's trying a little too hard. Carrying around potions and elixirs and crap.
So you're gonna get back into your old guild, or
never left it, man. Been in Vanquish since 2009. I mean, I've always had a character in the guild, and currently my only character I care about is still in the guild.
Is Chris the master? Does he run the?
No,
raids?
you see, okay, you'd think that Chris would be still part of Vanquish, but Chris is actually permanently banned from Vanquish.
What did he do?
He's
trying to call the shots.
Long story short, there was a guy in the guild who was rich who gave the guildmaster a job and then fired that guildmaster when he didn't get a spot in a raid. And Chris sided with that guy. So now the guildmaster hates Chris. And I've tried
How long ago was that?
Fuck 5-6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But I've tried to like remediate. Like I've tried to mediate in the get him to not hate him, but it's I can't.
How rich is he?
He owned like the biggest vape shop line on the East Coast or something.
Holy shit. That's badass.
I don't want to go too much more into it. It's a little too detailed, but it's long story short, he didn't get a fucking raid invite and fired a guy in real life over it.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
So who
Crazy
do you play
cool.
with?
Chris plays Chris. I don't. Chris
Or who
plays,
are you gonna play with?
I'm gonna play with Chris. Well, you can play cross server, cross faction, everything now.
Oh, okay.
So you play with whoever you want nowadays. You can even have cross server guilds. So
Is there any point in really having a guild then?
just a dedicated group of dudes to always do stuff? Schedule.
Yeah, the bank you can like throw items in there, so you can help each other out.
Shared
by
guild
crafting
bank.
shit.
But yeah. I'm just gonna play probably one character. Yeah, I'm not doing
Raid log.
I'm not.
Felix gonna raid log, and that's it.
I haven't even raided really since 2009, dude.
What are you gonna? You gonna PvP?
Probably do some mythics or something. I don't know.
All doing it?
Paul, my brother.
Yeah.
No, I can't. He's really into Diablo 4 right now. He finally
He's
moved.
just Diablo.
He finally moved from Diablo 2 to Diablo 4, and
Yeah, still in that. Wow.
it took him about 10 months after I bought it for him at launch.
That's still PvE, right? Diablo's PvE.
Diablo's like 95% PvE, but like the people that PvP are really serious about it. In Diablo.
Does he PvP? Does
He's-
he PvP?
I would say he's one of the best PvPers in Diablo 2 of all time. Like for real.
Holy crap.
But like in Diablo 4 PvP it's not, I don't know if it's as serious. But
Why are you and PD so good at video games?
we're not that good. We just played a lot, man.
Back in the day, you guys were good.
I don't know what made us any better than anybody else, man. I just like Tyler Schaefer was great too.
That's true.
Chris was still top 2%. I like being top 0.5% and being top 2%. It's not really that much better, but that's just a little title. Like the difference between a duelist and a gladiator. The titles. It's like the difference between Master League in StarCraft and like being Master 5 or something. You're still both really good. It's just Master 5's dog shit compared to Master 1, right?
And so we're geezed up now. There's no hope for us in the gaming world.
I'm not.
Right?
I'm not ever gonna try to be competitive with the game again. I'm gonna try to play it as casual as possible, which is really hard for me. But like, I'm gonna try. It's hard.
I feel like I could get back into Dota and get back high ranked, but it's like the effort needed to do that is just crazy with the new MMR system. That's pretty much why I stopped playing or started to like stop over time.
Dota takes too long, man. Even if you win, it's an hour-long game.
They got the new game, Deadlock.
What is that?
I played one match of that. Deadlock's a MOBA, but it's a third-person shooter, so it's like Overwatch and Dota where there's lanes.
You mean
and
it's
minions
Smite?
It's Smite.
It's Smite.
It's actually just Smite. They copied Smite.
Smite
and,
copied League. Oh man.
Who owns Dota?
There's other games. Valve.
There was
really?
a little bit of a lawsuit over it between them and Blizzard.
Well, yeah, Blizzard originally.
I don't know why Blizzard ever thought they owned the game when the game was a custom map
Yeah.
on Warcraft 3. Like it's not like they made it. Somebody made it.
What games
Yeah.
other than Dota has Valve come out with?
Half-Life.
They seem like they have Half-Life.
Counter-Strike.
Okay. Valve owns Steam, right?
Yeah, the Valve is known for Counter-Strike, Half-Life, or Left 4 Dead, Team Fortress.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're pretty good. They're one of the bigger ones.
Wow.
Everyone complains that they don't make a lot of games. They're like, what are they doing? And it's like, man,
They're making money, man.
yeah, they
So
do
much
like the
money.
game, like Steam. It's probably the best one out of all of them. you
For
know,
sure.
like,
No one's even
simple to
close.
use.
I won't even install the Epic Game Launcher. I can't play
I
Fortnite.
tried it and I couldn't.
What makes Steam different is that like community made games you can post on Steam and those people can make money as well as make Steam money, whereas all these other sort of like game companies, they don't allow these third party entities to release games. That's what makes Steam amazing.
Sure. Yeah. Like on the Battle.net launcher, it's only Blizzard, Activision games,
And Epic.
Epic Game. Yeah. Now there's the Xbox or Xbox Game Pass.
But that's like all like professionally made games. That's not like a community.
No, dude.
Sort
They
of like
they
you
had
can't be
it,
an amateur dev and release a game on
There's some
Xbox
indie
Game
games on here.
Pass. Is there?
If you want to release indie games, you release them on Amazon
Steam.
Gaming. Amazon Gaming as well, though. I think
Amazon Gaming. What the hell is that?
It's like it's connected to Twitch. Like if you're like
Okay.
watching a Twitch streamer at the top, it'll say like if your Prime Gaming subscription will give you free games or whatever.
Ah, that's interesting.
So I would say it's like actually easier to find those indie games than it is the ones on Steam because they're not like in your face at all like they are on Twitch.
I also liked Valve because they had the in-game transactions. So I was like trading items that I would get from Dota, and then I made so much money that could only be used in Steam, but people could probably like translate that to real life money somehow. But then they're like, you need to claim it on your taxes. So then I just stopped because I was like, there's no way in hell I'm doing all that work. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think my brother sold a $300 knife on Counter-Strike.
Yeah, CSGO.
That's
But I
sweet.
mean, that's like a cool thing. Like in League, you can't trade the skins that you don't use anymore and shit. So that kind of feature's real dope.
I wonder how much I could get for my UFO Corky or my King
Right.
Ramus.
Yeah, the OG skins, dude.
Can you still get
We gotta sell our
Riot Girl Tristana? You like Riot Games on Facebook?
It's like I want to say they wouldn't bring those back, but they did bring back some other like old ones. But those are like the beta, like
Dude,
the original skins.
I saw
so-
some crazy shit they did on you guys know Twitch drops, like when you watch people they like give
Yeah.
you items and shit, but they were like giving away like classic World of Warcraft mounts and tabards, like
Whoa.
ones you would get from like the game the card packs from like 2006.
Oh shit!
And they're just giving them away for free. On
They had to
Twitch
be like
drops.
skinned differently though, right? They had to like title them differently.
I don't
They had
think
the
so.
exact same ones.
I'm pretty sure
Holy
they're the same
shit.
ones. The only to me, the only prestigious mount left is the Amani Warbear.
Yeah.
They can't.
They made the reskin one, and that's not nearly
It's
as
purple.
cool.
If you're riding the
It's
purple
like
Amani
10%,
Warbear, you kind of
yeah.
suck.
Or like the BlizzCon bear. That was like a cool one.
Yep.
Are there
Celestial
young
War
people
Tiger.
who play WoW still, or is it it's kind of aging?
I think WoW is in a stage where the people are so old that their kids are playing now.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's all
It's-
old heads, I feel like.
It's 20 years old this year in November.
Like when you raid, it's just a bunch of old dudes that hate you because you don't know what you're doing. They'll insist you don't know what you're doing, and you're like, just because I haven't raided with you before doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I don't know. But I feel like raiding, like it used to be at a difficulty that like made sense because there weren't a bunch of add-ons that told you what to do, or like where to stand, or like timers for shit. But now everyone has weak auras, so like they make the game so much harder because they expect everyone to have the add-on.
They made the add-ons in game in WoW now,
A few of them,
right? Or something. That's crazy,
I don't know.
but kind of nice because people were using it all the time anyways. So why not?
I do want to like raid at least like each thing like at least once to see it, but I don't
Dude,
You're gonna raid log.
picture this. North Korea and South Korea never separate. Imagine the gamers that would have came out of North Korea that are in North Korea right now
See,
that
okay,
would have been
all right.
world champions.
I disagree with your take, dude. I only think South Korea is really, really good at gaming and StarCraft because they're so always at threat of being nuclear attacked that they're always like trying to log out from real life and play games. So like if they didn't have that threat of the nukes, their culture wouldn't be that into games. Especially StarCraft, because StarCraft you literally nuke people in the game.
That's a fair take. More
Neither of
informed
them.
take than mine.
That'd make like Japan rank 1 gaming or something if North and South Korea never split up.
Dude, what's the deal with North Korea? Is it they have like a religious thing where they all have to have a picture? Like, what is that shit about?
What are you talking about?
Don't they have to have like a picture of the main Chico up
They
there?
did that in China too, man. Number one
Oh,
selling
really?
book of all time is Chairman Mao's book.
Interesting.
Outsold the Bible.
But it's like all the people they want to praise.
I don't
their
think
leader,
they.
right?
They're forced to.
Yeah, I don't think culturally they think they have any other option. So like, it doesn't even cross their
Oh.
mind that they wouldn't praise the guy.
It's just how it is. So they're like, yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Okay. What else we got here? Should Ian get a spray tan? I say no,
yes.
Ian. That makes you look orange, dude. And you like don't.
And the weird thing about spray tans is like if you don't like get in your butt, like you're gonna have a white crease where your butt is, unless you're gonna like be spraying in your ass because you want it to be uniform, and it's like your armpits and all these creases like under your nuts.
So you gotta do that goatsy, that pull apart.
right
Spray it in your ass.
in.
Dude, that's not normal. You'd wear like some swim trunks or some shit. You wouldn't get tan on there anyway. So what does it matter?
I just think it's funny.
I think Ian, if you're gonna do it at all, just use the lotion, dude, and pick like the lightest color you could find because it's gonna be way darker than you think.
Just
I
go
think-
to the tanning beds and get normal tans.
That's
yeah, just
cancer.
be
That's better for you.
just
no, it's
be
not.
white.
It's better for you. Spray tan probably is cancer. What's all the shit you're spraying on yourself, dude?
Yeah,
Why do you need to be tan? What's the point?
Because
in Asian
society,
culture-
yeah, society has reversed now to where like if you're super pale, that was seen as you didn't have to work in the field.
Right. In Asian
No.
cultures, the girls they use parasols because having really pale skin is beautiful.
Yes, but also
And
having
just
fucked
be
up
who
teeth
you
was
are.
beautiful, and crushing your feet in China was beautiful, but not anymore.
Yeah. But like I think trying to artificially change who you are to try and pretend that you're somebody else, like when you're doing a spray tan, you're pretending that you're tan. You're not tan.
You wouldn't vote for a president that's spray tanned.
Um,
Oh, you're changing your mind now. Weird.
well, no, I'm thinking about why would you spray tan, and I think that spray tanning is kind of weird.
Yeah, man. Some other people have called that guy weird too.
Yeah, lots of people think
Yeah, it's the
Trump
thing
is
now.
weird.
It's a thing now, calling him weird. Oh, dude,
He's been weird forever.
I think a really strange thing. Last night the VP guy Tim Walz like did his speech, right? And his son was like in the audience crying. He was like so proud of his dad. and people are making fun of him for crying.
Pussy.
I think that's sweet. I think it's sweet.
How old is he? Is he like 14 or something?
He's like 20s.
He's like 20 and he's autistic.
I think it's sweet because his dad probably comes from like simple beginnings, and like the kid's probably like, somewhat simple, and like to see like a stadium full of people like praising your dad, I think that's pretty natural.
Some people can't like imagine loving their dad and their dad loving them, so it's weird to them.
Fair. Oh, I got a good one. Okay, is it better to have an abusive dad who leaves or an abusive dad who stays?
Oh, that's
one that stays, dude.
I don't know, man. Yeah, that's a tough one, dude.
Definitely worse. It's not tough.
Would you rather have a verbally abusive dad or a physically abusive dad?
Depends on the frequency completely, but verbally you can cope better from that.
I feel like physically you can cope better. Like your body heals.
I mean, if he's getting physical, he's gonna be saying shit too. So
right. It's a thin line where he's not just like silent, just slapping you with no emotion, no feeling. There's a lot of emotion attached to that. Where there's all the hate that verbal abuse that comes from that as well.
And it's your dad. If it was a verbally abusive mom, that would be a lot worse than verbally abusive dad.
Verbally abusive dad is like normal.
They'll be making you jump through hoops mentally, the women, so tortured.
Damn. All right. Okay.
My take is abusive dad who leaves is better than abusive dad who stays.
Yeah.
Well, then that's not really an abusive dad anymore if he leaves. So, of course.
Well, he was abusive for a time, but then he left. But if he stays, because then
you don't take a beating good anymore. I'm bored of you.
You just don't have a dad, and that's sad too. But it's better than being abused.
True. Okay. Let's stop talking about dad abuse. Okay.
Too close to home.
Relatable. We're men that can talk about feelings.
Cleanliness check. Any change in routines?
Yeah, we talked about a couple things, wiping, showering.
I got one.
What's up?
I just took a shower, and this is fucked up. So I got bidets. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to clean my ass. I'm trying to keep my ass clean, but I have this bad habit where I finish my shower with cleaning my ass, and so I'm wondering, even though I'm cleaning it. It's like I'm in my ass with my hands. It's like, are my hands clean? I was just in my ass. With soap.
Simply clean your ass while you're doing body wash, man.
But like the last, because I do the top, I'm moving down, front, and then I'm in my ass last. And then it's like, okay, I can't get out of the shower now. I just clean my ass. My hands are now, and I'll wash my hands again because, you know what I'm saying? Like
you're
shouldn't
going
be
into
your ass last.
OCD here, man.
I do have some OCD tendencies.
That sounds like one of them right there. If you're worried about cleaning your ass and then cleaning yourself again in the shower.
Well, I mean, is it okay to clean your ass last?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be, dude?
And then are your hands clean after?
If you
or are they dirty because you were in your ass?
It's like,
water takes the sin away.
Are you scraping shit out of your ass and then leaving it in your hands? Like, what do you mean, man? How dirty is your ass?
Should you? Okay. Are you on the outside or are you dipping in?
What are you doing in there, Bill?
Yeah.
What are you doing in there?
Do you do a dip? Do you dip a soapy finger?
That's like a never-ending battle.
Are you scooping right into your prostate? What do you mean, man?
You're pulling the nugs out. Fishing.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's just an exterior wash, but I didn't know. You guys cleared it up for me that, yes, you don't dip a finger.
I saw a TikTok where someone said they shaved their asshole so they could poop easier. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I do that.
I have shaved my ass.
I got issue because then it's like a cheese grater, you know.
You guys
gotta like go through. So it's like wiring and it blocks it. Otherwise, it just like splurs out. So you want it, log.
Maybe I'm less hairy because I'm half Asian. So I don't know. I can imagine, Bill, you're very
Asians nair their butts, right? So
my back is not hairy. Like I have a little bit of hair on my chest. I'm not that hairy.
I got look at
right?
nothing.
Okay.
Got maybe
But
3 or
see-
4 hairs.
Here, I will trim my ass because if you shit and then you have to wipe and there's long hair in your ass, it's like it's a mess, right?
Doesn't it itch when it's like really short and growing back?
Right. If you shave your ass and it starts coming back in, no bueno. That's why it's trim. That's
Yeah,
that's
you
my
trim it
status
out.
quo.
Using,
I'm
using
trimming.
our sponsor, Manscaped.
I wish.
Damn. Manscaped.com/dragondroppod. For a 5% discount code.
Norelco.
Yes, dude. Phillips and Relco, that's all I buy.
I think mine's a
What the hell's
Norelco.
that?
The brand of razor.
Trimmer.
Yeah. I've got a body one and a face one. But the face one
I
also
got a
has
face
different
one
heads.
that's the same one as my ass one.
Me too.
You're gonna get pink eye or some shit, dude.
You can't.
No?
You didn't try?
What do you mean? You didn't try what?
It can't happen. You can't give yourself pink eye.
Really?
You've
Yeah.
What do you mean you didn't try? You rub shit in your eye?
I'm an
Is that-
experimenter.
no, there's
I'm
no
a
way that's true. There's
scientist,
no
bro.
way. There's no.
True.
Come on. Is that actually true? You can't give yourself pink eye?
You can't give yourself pink eye.
It comes from somebody else's poop, no matter what.
And then if someone else gives you pink eye, you can't get it from them again.
Ooh.
Because then, your body adjusts.
I
it
don't think this
adapts.
is true, dude.
Who's had pink eye?
No. I did one time when I was sleeping at my bro's house it's over here in Kalamazoo, and I was coming over to visit. They're like, yeah, you can crash on the couch, bro. And I crashed on the couch, and I woke up, and I had, a cocoon around my eye of crust.
Oh,
I said, what the fuck?
Here, dude. It
Yeah,
says you should
it was
not directly
crazy.
touch your mouth or anus and touch your eye.
Okay, that's what I was worried about with showering.
No, you can spit and clean your contacts and then put the contact back in. Yeah, if you have like a
Dude,
dirty
please,
contact,
man,
and you
you're
clean
not.
it,
You're not.
that's more sterile than what else are you gonna do? You got it.
You got to
can
piss
put
on your
the contact in your mouth.
And you're gonna
Yeah,
have one of
you
those
take the
eye-eating
contact out?
amoebas and be surprised somehow, dude. You're putting shit.
Oh, I got worms, no doubt.
Oh, you
But
just need your ivermectin.
no, that's just bad for you.
It's saying here you can get it from yourself, man.
Well, I tried.
Well, I'm glad you didn't get it.
It must have happened when I was young, early on. Then
I haven't had pink eye since I was in elementary school, and I remember the only
Damn.
thing that since then that's made me feel like pink eye is if you sleep with contacts in. You wake up with like
yeah,
crusty
that's
shit.
the worst shit. One time I put 2 contacts in. I don't know how that happened. I must have had one of the contacts in the case, and then I put another one in the case.
stacked them.
And then I put a stacked one. And I'm like, why do I see like a cyborg now? It's super.
Was it blurry or what? What was it?
It would be clear sometimes, and then they would shift because I had astigmatism in my left, so it's it would be very clear and zoomed in vision, and then it would just blur out again. I'm like, I'm tripping. What the fuck? And when I took it out, I couldn't even tell. But then I threw it away and then put in a new one. I was like, yeah, there's definitely something going on.
All right, I got this little map here. This map.
Geography. I'm really good at it.
We got to explain the map for our audio only listeners.
The map's about America. There's some
This-
red, a little green,
Oh boy.
some brown,
This
light
map.
brown.
It's not letting me. Okay, it's cultural regions of America. Okay, there's according to this list, there's 29 different cultural regions of America, and it says here that we're number 9, the Midwest.
That's the great. Oh, there's
Or
there's
Great
categories.
Lakes. Yeah. Great Lakes. So apparently, yeah. I totally agree with this. So the Northern Michigan people and the Yoopers are kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yep. And northern Wisconsin, northern Minnesota.
But according to this, we're essentially the same as people in Chicago as well as Milwaukee.
I don't agree with that.
What's different about
No.
Wisconsinites?
Well, Chicago is its own thing. I don't think you can
Yeah.
lump Chicago in with where I live.
I mean, Chicago's
I mean,
so-
or Detroit.
Comparatively to Detroit, Chicago has a way different kind of metro city, but the inner city is a lot more congested than Detroit. So
Detroit and Chicago are.
Why you hate on Chicago so much, huh?
how am I hating it?
No, Bill.
I've spent some time in Chicago.
I hate it.
When I'm back in Chicago.
Like, okay, their pizza, they got the deep dish. Like, I
It's
went
soup.
down there one time. Yeah, I got a pitcher of beer to myself. And a Giordano's. You ever have Giordano's? It's like a pound of cheese, and it's a big old pie, and it's just heavy. I think I like more of maybe a medium to a thin pizza. And Chicago, it's like not pizza. It's like a lasagna.
Yeah, it is lasagna. But that doesn't make the
It's
whole city
overrated.
bad. You're
The
saying
whole city is bad.
You're saying, well, Detroit has different pizzas. They have pizzas made out of car part boxes or whatever. The GM and Ford
Detroit style
metal
deep
trays.
dish is bomb, depending where you go.
Yeah.
Buddies can be mid, but
Jets is like
yeah,
a
Jets,
chain.
They do it.
We got
Jets
we got
is
a buddies
legit.
in Grand Rapids now. Yeah, I just had Jets a couple days ago, and it was the deep dish. And it's pretty good. The Jets 10. You guys have had that before?
But it's different than Chicago deep dish.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's fully bread. It's just
Oh, Detroit.
yeah. Detroit's just bread.
Yeah, it's a big old dough.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose though, like I would personally, just me, I would put Little Caesars above Jets. Which
No.
see, everyone thinks Little Caesars is the worst, but at least
I like
Little
Little
Caesars
Caesars.
isn't just bread.
I don't trust you anymore.
I'll pick a thin crust pizza over a deep dish any day as well.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're
Um,
deep dish only, Dan. Come on.
The other
I like
issues
thin
with
crust. I like deep dish. I go both ways there. I don't know. Depends where you get it from.
What are
Because
your
the thin crust, you can overcook it, and then but
What are your favorite toppings?
much
Much.
yum anchovy.
You like mushrooms?
anchovies, mushroom anchovy.
Yeah, I'm nasty, bro.
Okay.
Get the gross shit. No one wants anchovies, so
You're the guy that eats the fucking supreme, then, huh?
They've been sitting there, God knows how long in that shop, and then I order the anchovies. I'm trying to get sick.
Most places don't have anchovies though, so if they got anchovies,
Yeah.
you got to go for them. You got to get.
Yeah,
They're kind of
it's
rare.
good.
I
Salty.
usually just go bacon onion
Mm-hmm.
or like
That's different.
Not. I feel like it's it's a little different, sure, but it's not like
It's
I
not like
can't-
ground beef on your pizza.
yeah, fuck ground beef, dude, or Canadian bacon, aka ham. I really don't like mushrooms or green peppers or olives. Can't stand any of those.
It's like when I go to Subway, I'll be like, put all the veggies on. I like them all.
Even the yellow
You know?
peppers.
I get it, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
It was great.
Value. It's a value.
And it pisses, well, because I went to, we got Subway the other day, and it's like the teeniest little sub now. It's very sad. They like scoop the meat on there, and they must do like a half scoop.
What
And a
You know,
meat,
I'm
six
not
inch is like
watching 'em.
$9.
what meat are they scooping? What are you getting?
Tuna salad.
If they have the chicken or the steak, they
You don't
they,
Oh,
Get
they do scoop
tuna.
it. Yep.
You don't get tuna from Subway. As someone
There
who
was
worked
somebody
there
I
for a little
met
bit,
recently that's their favorite sub is a tuna sub from. I would never order that.
I would never get that. Or
Scary.
they used to have the seafood delight. Jesus Christ, that's gross,
what?
man. It was like,
Like the imitation
yeah,
crab?
it was imitation crab mostly, or the meatball marinaras. Don't get that shit. Don't get that shit.
A pizza sub's better than meatball marinara.
All right, let's go. Our final topic for the day. Who is a celebrity or any person you have a parasocial relationship with that if they died you'd care about? Yeah,
The hell's parasocial?
it's like it's like when you don't even know someone but you like watch their fucking YouTube every day and you think of them in your head as your friend. That's the thing people do now.
So someone that's alive, huh?
Has to be alive. For me,
Damn.
I'll go first while you guys think. For me, it's Clint Eastwood. Yeah, if Clint Eastwood died, I'd be upset, and he's barely alive.
The thing is, I don't idolize celebrities, so I don't get it.
You don't have to
Like,
idolize someone to care if they die, dude.
Yeah, but like, what actors would I care about? I don't think I care about any of them, bro. Like,
You'd care if like the Suicide Boys died, right?
I don't know who's in Suicide.
You'd care if your favorite rapper Brand the Don died, right?
I mean, maybe he's already dead.
Just like that.
It
though.
might be.
Oh, I got one.
Um,
I got one, a recent one. It's the next.
It's like I'd care about anyone dying, dude. Like, you never want that, right?
Okay.
I feel like I used to be. I would have like actual crushes on celebrity girls when I was much younger.
Yeah,
And
Britney
I think
Spears,
I'm more
Aguilera.
in the camp of Dan where I don't really have, Summer from the OC. I don't have those types of parasocial relationships anymore. The last one was Mac Miller. That when he died, I was legit sad. That was actually, I had feelings about that one, and I was,
It was
and
the weed.
that Mexican OT, because I'm not like, I just see him and he's just such a nice guy. And we talked about him the other day as a rapper.
Yeah.
If he died, I'd be like, oh man, that's a real bummer.
I was really bummed out when Chester Bennington died, the guy from Linkin Park. That was a big one. So
I didn't care about that.
It was like a bucket list band, though. You know, I want to see them eventually, and now I'm never going to be able to see them with Chester.
Yeah, I've seen him scream a couple times, like on clips, and then like, I mean, insane. Just like the lung capacity, and obviously you scream like that. It's kind of, there's something there.
You guys got any bucket list bands left you want to see? I know you just saw a bunch like Death Cab and whatnot. Like, I would like to see Angels and Airwaves. Like, not Blink-182, because I've already seen Blink-182, but like just the Angels and Airwaves with just Tom. Because I'm not I'm not a Blink fan. I'm a Tom DeLonge fan.
Sure. Iron and
Corey
Wine.
Feldman. Corey Feldman would be my number one bucket list band.
He plays a mean guitar, dude.
I need to see ICP again. Bucket list band.
How many times you been to the Dark Carnival, Dan?
No.
Gathering?
Ooh.
You been to the Gathering?
No.
Where'd you see?
I just saw them when they were downtown in Detroit because it was a cheap show, and it was like their Great Malenko tour where they played their first album.
They spray any Faygo on you?
Oh yeah, they were launching them shits
Mm-hmm.
the whole time, literally the whole time. They must have had truckloads, and they were like,
What color? Like which flavor?
hauling them in. They had a lot of like the blue ones. What's that like? Not maybe like the
cotton candy is the worst
raspberry,
flavor.
Yeah.
Cotton candy.
Yeah, they had like the
that's
worst flavor
gross.
ones that no one, the stores probably couldn't sell, so they got them for cheap. I bet.
It's the 27th best flavor out of 27.
Cotton candy. Imagine drinking that. That's
They're,
so
they're
gross.
not spraying Rock and Rye on you, dude. People want that.
Yeah.
Right.
Or Red Pop.
If you're gonna get nasty, you gotta get nasty with bad flavors.
I wish I could connect with America's, the blight, the human blight of America, like ICP.
Oh yeah. Well, that's family.
It's the forgotten people, the people that nobody wanted, that nobody cared about. Like,
Well, they're just close to home because I grew up. Like they went to the high school across the street from the one I did. So
Oh,
it's
wow,
kinda,
local boys.
Like my bros, yeah.
that's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, they're older, but still, I'm like,
I remember watching them on WCW in the 90s when they were fighting Eminem.
They're still wearing jorts.
yeah, big jerks.
I thought they were done, though. Didn't one of them have like a stroke or something?
I don't know.
The fat one. I don't know which one's Violent J and which one's not.
Did they appropriate Kiss's like
Right, dude. Yeah.
the makeup?
I don't
Well,
think
Kiss wasn't like clown-ish.
Yeah, it
and
doesn't
they
look
wanted
that
theirs
same.
to be clown.
one of them's a cat. Right? One of the Kiss guys is a cat.
Oh, true.
That's not a clown. It's different.
But because Kiss did like white face and then black accents, and ICP did the same thing. Because you can't do the other. You can't do that negative version. So I mean,
It's been 6 years since I did that Halloween as Juggalo.
That's pretty sweet. That was probably
need
one
to
of your
do it
best
again.
ones.
I was gonna be I was a juggalo actually last Halloween.
Where's
I
the
forgot about that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's probably on Amelia's phone.
All right, we got to wrap this up. I got World of Warcraft to play.
Let's go.
This has been episode 20 of the Drag and Drop podcast. We missed last week, but we're gonna try not to do that. Okay, it's gonna happen.
It was the summer, summer. You got things that happen in the summer, but the winter, the only thing that happens is the Drag and Drop podcast on Fridays at 12:15 every week. Taco Bell, snag it for your lunch, and then go listen to the pod. Spend
Yeah.
your Friday with us.
Where's your Baja Blastledge?
I have a Meyer water today. Okay,
Oh shit.
no Baja today, just a water. But everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Go ahead, Dan.
Thank
Say
you.
bye. Say it again.
Love you.
One more
Love you,
time.
bye.
I know.
Okay.